We're good? Okay. I'd like to welcome everyone to a happy Thursday energetic dynamic yoga class. So today I want you to know that balance, endurance, strength, and a little bit of flow is going to happen in this next 1 hour, maybe 45, 50 minutes. I don't really time the class, I just give you what you need during this time. So let's begin in a standing. And by the way, if you don't know me by now, my name is Heather from Hello Yoga, and we are collaborating here this morning just to bring everyone together in unity. Although we can't do it physically, this is our next best thing, and we're taking full advantage. So I thank you for coming out, bringing your energy with you, your little sense of humor, play, explore. That's what it's all about. There will be modifications throughout the class, so you can choose those. I always say choose them wisely. If you go into a pose and it's a little too much, try to do the recommendations for modifications. Other than that, we're here to have fun. There's never any judgments. You're in your own home, so just do what you can today. And depending on how you feel, it's all okay. So we're going to start with our hands at our heart space. If you want to gently rest your eyes, you can. And that will bring into awareness a little bit of balance, believe it or not. When you take your sense of sight away, your balance will tend to trigger. So if you close your eyes, tip your chin down ever so slightly. And I want you to shift your body weight in towards the balls of your feet and then your heels. Just get a little bit of shift and think of the outsides of your feet, your heels, and then your toes. And make sure you bring awareness to breath as well. So breathing in through nose, filling your belly. Settle into a comfortable position. Still with eyes closed, roll your shoulders back. Give me a little micro bend in your knees, and I want you to engage your feet into the floor. And I refer to that pretty much every class. Imagine your feet have to rip your mat or your floor apart. What happens? Your legs fire more, your glutes are intact, and maybe even you tighten up through your core more. That's what we want. You will need this throughout certain poses today. Breathe fully in. I always love to start the class with breaths of gratitude during this time. So what are you grateful for today? Marinate in that thought. Be positive, be optimistic, and hopeful. Oxygenating the body, sending it and fueling it with energy to use throughout the class. If you find a pose that you're struggling with, it's your breath that will guide you, and it will be your anchor. One more big breath. Open up your mouth, let anything go you need to let go of right now. Open up those eyes. Take your arms down by your side. We're generously going to bend the knees, lifting up. Come up onto the tippy toes, those balls of the feet. Surrender your heels down, give you a forward fold, lead with your heart, flat back, and then round out the spine, let the head hang heavy. Maybe give your head a little bit of a shake, yes and then no. We're going to walk our hands over to the right ankles, but keep your knees facing forward. And then walk over to the other side. Again, keeping the knees facing the front. Feel the openness in the side body, breathe through that. Back into the center, we're going to hike up halfway. And then round out the spine. And then give you a nice energetic inhale up. And when we bring our arms down to side, we're going to come into what we call a sumo squat or a wide squat. Our toes are going to go to the side. Again, this is not your typical yoga class. This is a little bit different. Just to involve a little bit of range of motion, increasing stability and mobility. I want to bring us into cactus arms. So come down as low as you're comfortable right now. You'll find once we do a couple of repetitions that you'll be able to increase your range of motion by moving dynamically. So we're going to press into the feet, raise up the arms, inhale, exhale, pull down. Into our basement, we're just going to lift our arms up and then pump down. And then we're going to lift up, sink into the basement. Make sure your elbows in line with shoulders. Give me a little pump in the basement here. And then inhale up, sink down. Now remember to draw your chin down so the back of your neck is in line. Often I find what people do is they lift up their chin too much, especially into this position, and then they tighten up their traps too much. So you want to avoid that. Good, and breathing, lift up. Can you go a little deeper now? Now those muscles are becoming a little more supple. There's some good heat and energy coming there. Pressing up, sink down nice and low, isometrically hold for a moment, extend. And biceps are always in front of your ears and be comfortable. Press in and up. Good. Sink down. Make sure your chest is nice and proud. And we'll do one more. Lift up. Big exhale down, holding it right here. We're going to take our arms, keep them in this angle, and we're going to exhale, revolve to one side. So you notice some good heat and energy into those quads already. As I say, feeling the love. Exhale. Inhale to center. Good. Lots of energy right through the fingertips as well. So we want the arms to be active. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to extend through the arms now. So from here, I'm going to reach. My opposite arm goes behind me. My eye gaze follows my body as I go side to side. And then we're going to reach up now with the legs, drop down, and then up as you go side to side. So it kind of just flows, right? Side to side. In and up. Good. Reaching, lengthening, getting the torso. It's a beautiful full body way to get nice and warm. Because we will be doing some balance work, I want you to come into a shift and then lift up. Drop in, lift, shift up, squeezing the glute each and every time. So dropping down, squeeze, lift, drop down, lift and squeeze. Good. Now you don't have to take this toe off. I could easily just go and keep my foot connected, right? So I could keep that foot connected, or I could lift it off. Dropping down. Breath and movement. Perfect. Let's go 2 more of these. Lifting up. Sink down, last one. Land it. Heels going in. Beautiful. Give me a big breath in. Exhale. So normally when I do these little forward folds, we're basically preparing our body to transition into something else. 1 more of these. Forward fold, let it all go. It's like a little bit of active recovery. And then round out, push into the earth. Good, and pulling in. Because we're going to be using our glutes a little bit, we're going to do a figure 4. Arms are out in front. Give me a pause, and then come back up. We're going to do the other side. Figure 4, sink down as low as you can, and then come back up. Figure 4, wrap around and sink. If you want your arms to go a little bit higher, by all means, you can go up as high as you can. If you have shoulder issues, a little bit lower is fine. Breath. Exhale, go deep. Try and think of your pelvis as a bowl when you're sinking down so that the pelvis is not tipping down. Good. Lifting up and then sink down. Good. One last one here. Perfect. Sink those legs down nice and deep. Up and right. Forward fold. Surrender. Halfway lift. Round up the spine. And come into your standing mountain pose or Tadasana. Now, are your feet engaged? Did we forget about that already? Because it's very important when we do this next segment. This is almost like the meat of the class coming towards you right now. So we're going to do some dynamic movement. Again, you can keep straight on. I will move to the side so that you're able to get a better picture of what's happening. We're going to go through the movements slow, one side, the other side, And then we're going to repeat it once you know it. So we learn it, we earn it, and we own it. That's what I like to say. So in this position here, I'm going to take my one leg back. So let's just do the right leg back into our warrior two. And it's important that you have a nice, wide, long stance. If you're a little tipsy, give me a little space between your feet, just a little wee bit. So here we are, into our warrior two pose. Sinking down low. You're going to have lots of times to sink down low. To move dynamically, we're going to take my back hand, I'm going to drag my toe with me, pop up, so that my heel is behind me. Come now into my warrior one extended, and then I'm going to wrap around to the other side. And then come back to the center, open back up to your warrior two. Swoop the arm around, down, warrior one, and then go right open to the other side. So think of it as coming into openness on the one side when you're your warrior. Swoop around, visit the front, and now visit the opposite side. Coming up, and then we're going to incorporate the legs a little bit. So I sink down, swoop around, sink up, and then go back down. So now we can incorporate the legs and the arms all together. Beautiful. Up, open up to the other side. The only time your heel is down is in your warrior two, and all the rest of the times you're up, sinking, revolving. Perfect. Are you starting to get it now? Hopefully. Stay with it, you'll get it. Wrap around. So if you're having problems connecting to the move, just do the arms only, and then therefore you will incorporate the legs later. Good. This is our last time through this round. Warrior two, swoop around, and then wrap around. And let's grow with this, shall we? So we're going to pop up, and then come into a balance pose. So from here, warrior three, active foot. And again, if you're uncomfortable, you can keep the toe down, get those arms up nice and high. Even if you kickstand a couple of times, that's okay. Active foot, dial down. Connect your feet, your hands. We're going to do a curtsy. So we're going to take the back leg. We're going to cross it over into a curtsy. Push into that left leg. Extend the opposite. Bending down. Extend back. So this is what I call the curtsies. Again, if it's a little too challenging for you, you can bend and keep this as bent as you need as you're pressing up. Curtsy down. You notice I prepared yourself to doing those single legs, so that leg should be talking to you right about now. Good. Stay with it. Breathe. Use your breath. We'll do one more curtsy. Active foot. Good. Keep your eye gaze to the floor. Connect your feet. Ooh, that was good. Halfway lift. Round out. Root and rise all the way up. Beautiful. Nice. Inhale up. Lead with your heart. Round out the spine. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Root and rise up. So how was that? So that's the one side down. We're going to do the same on the other side. Good job. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take that other leg back. So now it's my left leg back. Long stance, right? You got your warrior all set. And again, the longer the better. I was saying they made yoga mats long for a good reason. So here we are. Tracking your knees, stacking the bones properly. Make sure you're in to a good position. Sinking down. We're now going to take the back arm with the foot. Come up into your warrior. As I sink, I revolve away from the openness. And then come up, back to your warrior. Right? Got it? Wrap around. And then go to the other side. Open up into your warrior. Good. Wrap the foot around. And then as we sink, we go. Lifting up. Use your breath. Watch your knee tracking. Swoop, bring the arm with you. My heel is up nice and high and energetic. Again, learn one thing at a time. So you can learn the arms first and then incorporate the legs. Okay, so this is without any legs. Just wrapping around, coming up, warrior two, extended warrior one, and then around. Okay? Let's go 3 more of these. So get used to the move. Wrapping around. Good. Coming up. So big circles with the arm, using lots of space, using lots of movement here. Lifting up. Sink down. This is your last time through. Up. And then around. Coming through. Feeling good? Now we're going to tip that back toe in and then take off. Again, if you want to leave that there, no problem. Fly those arms, trying to reach as far as you can, and then give me a takeoff here. So my foot is active. Try to drop my hip. Squeeze my shoulder blades together. Give me a breath. Now bend the knee a lot. Search for the floor. With this leg behind, I do a curtsy. So I cross, and then I push into that nice, beautiful right leg. I push the floor away from me. I sink down in, and then I push away long. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Inhale, and then exhale. Give me 1 more of these. Go down as deep as you can. You should feel the love all into that glute. Bring your feet together. Halfway lift. Round out. And root rise up. Woohoo! Good. Hands to heart space. How was that? Energetic or what? Let's bend the legs a lot. This is your little active recovery. Heart leads and then round out the spine. Hike up the shoulders. Round it out, and root and rise up. Now, before we go and do the other side, I'd like to start off by doing your figure fours. So as we do the figure fours, and then we'll switch over to the one side, the other, and then that'll be like the meat of the class. So now we're going to take it, figure four, give those glutes a beautiful squeeze, and then come up. Take your pause, exhale. Okay. So this is nice to do when you are in between those intense kind of poses. Gives those glutes, hammies a little bit of active recovery here. All right, standing right here. We good? Now we're going to go to the other side. You get a sense of what we're doing and the sequencing. So give me what you can. Okay. Starting at the top of your mat, take the right leg way, way back. Nice and strong. Again, engage your feet. Pushing down and in. Extend the arms. Now your arms just don't kind of float, they reach. You know what's coming now. So this is where you have to own it. From here, take that back arm, swoop it around. As we sink down, we open up and then lift up. Be strong. Wrap around to the other side and breathe, inhale, exhale. I find this a nice, beautiful move so that you can grab your breath and move with your breath. Little pause, and then we sink. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, tall. Tuck that chin down. Give me the strength you need here. All right, we good? For one more. This is it. Good. Meet me back into the center. Now with that back foot right here, we're gonna tip in, get your balance. We're gonna come over into this left leg to balance. Warrior three, fly. And you wanna reach, think of your shoulder blades squeezing your spine. You can leave the foot down, don't worry about that. This is your balance. Keep your eye gaze down to the floor. Release your arms. Search for the floor. I like to cup my fingers sometimes so that you don't have to put your hands flat down. The back leg is your curtsy. I sink into my left leg And then I push the floor away as I extend the opposite. So my legs are active. Nice. Extend. Pushing away, strong feet. Looking good. Good. 2 more of these. Last one. Nice. Bring those feet together. Hang out here for a breath. Halfway, hike it up. Round out the spine. Root and rise up. Give me some good energy so that we can do the other side. Generously bend, inhale up. Good, nice. Lead with the heart, and then round out. Open up through that back body. Halfway lift. Round it out. Energetic breath comes up. Gather everything you need to do the other side. And let's tip to do the other side here. So my left leg is going to go back now into my warrior. So I set my legs good distance apart. What am I doing with my feet? I'm engaging my feet. Strong fingertips. So I'm reaching as far as I can. My knee tracks over top of my middle toes or even my baby toe. Here we are. What are we doing with the arm? We're swooping. We're bringing our back foot with us. Coming up, as I sink down, I wrap around away from my warrior 2. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up. Sink deeper each and every time if it's available to you. Inhale. Control it. Lift up. Drop it in. When we do our reverse scissors, doesn't matter how far you go, as long as you're reaching around enough so that you're doing that rotation. Lifting up and wrap around. Last one here. Let's go through it from here. Lift up, wrap around, come up to center, holding the arms. We're going to tip in, and then we're going to take off into our warrior 3. Scan through your head. Make sure your head is long. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Active foot. Holding for 2 more breaths here. Do what you can if you have to. You can use the kickstand at the back here. Soften the right leg. Search for the floor. Make sure the chin is dropped in. We're going to do our curtsies here. So here we go. Curtsy across. Push in. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, go. Nice. Strong foot. Pushing into the floor. I always think of pushing the floor away rather than thinking pushing my body up. I want to get that floor away from me. It's just a different perspective. Nice. Let's do 3 more of these. You should start to feel that good heat and energy in through that right supporting leg. Yes, good job. And then connect your feet. Halfway lift. Round out the spine. Give me a big energetic breath up. Well done. So beautiful. Yes, so beautiful people you are. Soften. Inhale up. Give me a forward fold right here. And then round out the spine. We're going to hold our halfway lift for just a breath. We'll just come to the side so you can see. You want to be about hip distance apart. As we come forward now, we're going to take our palms and connect them to our forearms. And then push into the forearms as we're coming up. So we're engaging forearms to backs of legs. Somebody just needed a little love tap from their mom, I think. Where are you? What are you doing? Push into your forearms. Feel the openness in through the spine, into those shoulder blades. And now soften a lot. Good. Coming up halfway. Allow the blood to start to even itself up. And a good round out and then coming up. Yes. Let's wrap around to the one side. Inhale. Exhale, wrap around to the other. So you earned this extra little active recovery. Wrap around. Try and keep your hips to the front. Inhale. And then wrap around. Good. 2 more of these. And then wrap around. Inhale. And then wrap around. Perfect. So coming now to the back of your mats. I'm going to go to the side. So we're going to walk to the back of your mat, or else give yourself some space to move forward. These are called walkouts, and I'll show you a modification. So you're going to be down. We're not going to come back up. Once we're down, we're down. So the move looks like this. We're going to inhale. Then we're going to do a forward fold with soft knees. So just let the head hang. So this is basically our home position. We're going to walk out into a plank. Now, if this is too much for you, you can take it down into a modified plank. And then from here, walk back. Hold it right here. Walk out. Hence the name walkouts. And then walking back. Now, this time, instead of your feet being engaged, what I'd love to see from here is your hands being engaged. So you can actually pull your wrist towards toes, toes to wrist for a brief second, knowing that you're getting a little bit of a break. Good. Walking out, a little pause, walking back. We're going to do 3 more like that. Walking out, a little pause. Make sure you bring your hips with you, or as I say, your best assets with you. Don't leave it up there, and no sagging. One last one. Walk out into the plank. Good. And then walking back. From here, we're going to bend our knees a lot. Knees wide, connect toes, sink your hips towards your heels, walk out, come into our child's pose. So before we connect to doing a little bit of floor work, here we are into our child's pose. Let's walk our hands over to the left side, take the right hand on top of the left, feel the openness in the side body. Breathe into your inner thighs. Breathe into those hips. Feel the side body open. We're going to now crisscross over to the other side. Place the left hand on top of your right. Sink into it. Again, take some deep breaths here. Feel good. Notice your body reacting. You feel sensations, emotions. And feel the goodness coming through. Good. And then coming back into center. We're now going to progress into a dynamic pigeon. So from here, come into all fours first. Tuck the toes under. We're going to lift and shift back towards our heels. Then take our tailbone up and then surrender down. We're going to come into a 3-legged dog with that right heel up. And when you come through, the knee's going to come towards, you're actually going to place down, drop the back leg, open up through the chest. This is temporary. And then push back up. So we're going to come into this dynamic move here. Make sure your toe remains up for now. Sink down into the hip, open up the heart, look up a wee bit, push into those strong arms, stand up. Coming through, sink down, lifting your heart, down, round, goes. Lift up. Good. So the next one, we're actually going to go right into our pigeon pose. This is like a little prep. So taking that in, extend that back toe, cascade over that front foot. And as I always mention, there's some people out there that pigeon is not suitable for your knees, which is fairly common. You come into your 90-90. And 90-90, you come up, you bring one leg 90-90, you bring the other, and you simply cascade forward in this fashion. You must modify according to the needs of your legs and knees, etc. So just sink in, do your deep breathing right here. Take a deep breath. Hips usually take a little moment to unravel and wind. They are a part of your body that tends to hold in some tension. So we're patient to let this go here. We're going to go 3 more breaths with this pigeon here on the side. Good. And we're going to, from this position, whether you're modified or not, we're going to walk up and we're going to kind of grow with this. So I'd like you just to sit into that right cheek. The left leg is actually going to be an extension. So now here's my long leg. I take my hip, it's on a diagonal. My right hand is placed and I have my hand out. I always think this is like a plate and I'm throwing it behind me. We're going to lift up and then exhale, kind of tap back down. Inhale, exhale, kind of roll the plate over top, squeezing the glutes. Good. So basically we're hiking up the hips, energizing through our glutes. And then back down. Nice. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up we go. And then down. 2 more of these. Good job. And then down. And then up. Perfect. And from here, we're going to add on by doing a twist. So I'm going to take my bent leg, take it up in front. You have a choice whether you take it over or not. My hand, right hand is down, my left hand reaches up, and I take my elbow, I push elbow into knee, and I open up my heart towards my right shoulder. And I exhale to get a little more out. Whenever you exhale, you'll tend to release more muscles that way. So if I'm holding my breath, or if I'm inhaling, revolving, it doesn't work as well. So you want to exhale as you revolve. The straighter your spine, the better. 1 more breath. Perfect. And just unravel to the front here. Good. And then we're going to set up and do the same thing to the other side. So take it around into all fours, into our tabletop position. I like to set up my down dog. So again, my hands are all splayed out. All 5 pads connect. And my index finger is facing the front. As I cover my knees, I shift back. So I'm long. It's like a hovered child's pose in a way. And then I take my tailbone up high. Then I lengthen my legs. My heels search. Now I'm going to do my left leg. So now my left leg comes up into my 3-legged dog. And as I come towards my left wrist, I sink down and I pull my chest up and I look up. I'm fully connected to the floor. And I round out spine. I go up nice and tall using my strong arms. Sink in. Notice how your body reacts to this dynamic action. And then coming through, sink down, open. Good. Use your breath. Exhale to sink down. Good. We're going to do 3 more of these before we settle into our pigeon. Way to keep with it. Way to keep on it. You're doing amazing. Good job. All right, we're good. Last one. Lifting up. Now this time we're going to settle right in. So make sure that knee is in a good spot. Now we're going to unhook our back toe. Good. Lifting up. It's very important when you're coming into your down dog that you don't round out and try to get down right away. You want to lengthen the spine. Imagine someone pulling you forward. Then you can take those fists, stack them, rest your forehead on those stacked fists. The modification again I'll show is your 90-90. So you get the same angle. This is 90 degrees, and this back leg is 90. So my heel and my leg, there's good distance there. I try and square off, and then I reach forward, pretty much cascading over top of my shin bone. And then I come forward. And I can pull myself a little bit forward, breathe and let go. We're going to marinate here for a couple moments. So you're going to breathe into this space. Breathe into this pigeon pose. Releasing through the hips. And continue to observe. Observe what's happening inside of your body. Really get that connection. Try not to get those thoughts wandering just yet. We want to be dialed in to our own inner self. Sometimes I will suggest that you visualize your own anatomy of your hip, and as you're breathing, you let that go. Good. We're going to go 2 more big breaths here. Really let the hips surrender. 1 more. Stacking your hands underneath of your shoulder, push your body up. I'm going to sit down into that right cheek. Align the legs. So my left leg swings around on an angle. I haven't really done a lot with my right leg. And I follow the line. And then I lift up and then back down. Lifting up, squeezing the glutes. Beautiful line. So there's that nice diagonal line from my fingertips to my toes. And then sink down. And then lifting up. And then down. Good. Lift up. And then down. Last one. And then coming into our spinal twist. So from here, I bring this leg in, bending it up, and I take my arm, lifting up, and twist it around. You choose your spinal twist, however it may be, in this position. And again, you want to exhale, you want to let it go. And we'll 3 more breaths in this spinal twist. So tall through the chest, lengthen, lengthen. 1 more breath. We're going to unravel, bring the soles of our feet together. My heels are going to be a little further away from me so I can get my outer hips. Closer is inner thighs, so you choose what you want to target today. Lifting up, we're going to round out the spine right here. You have a choice with your hands. You can cup your toes, drop your chin towards chest, or you can thread through, grabbing hold, pull yourself slightly forward and down. Breathe. Good. Holding this position. One more breath. And then we're just going to roll up. We're going to do some hip mobility, which is why we do that stretch first. We're going to come into 90-90. And we're not done just yet. So 90-90. Have your feet in a 90-90 position. We're going to move a little bit, so be mindful of the position of your knees. Your arms are going to be stacked right here. So you're going to peel your knees off and you're going to pivot. This is a challenging move for many people. Sometimes your knees don't hit the floor, but anyway, be patient with yourself. The first couple may feel a little weird, maybe a little tight, but stay with it. Exhale to the side. Your body will move a little bit on the floor as well. So as I'm pivoting around side to side, my body moves around. And that's okay. Use your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And finish it off over onto the other side. One thing I'd like to do is work a little bit on upper body strength during this class. The reason being is you want to be able to develop some strength while we're doing our chaturangas in our regular yoga practice. So this can help. So we're going to come into a modified plank. We're going to build some good strength into our body. So prepare yourself to get a little uncomfortable into those shoulders, definitely to modify, because what we're going to do is come into a half push-up pose. Okay, so we're going to hold this isometrically. So by holding this, lots can happen. You don't always have to be moving all the time to get benefit from it. You want to be hovered right in between. And we're going to come out of it in 3, 2, 1, and then push back into your child's pose. So we're gonna go through 3 rounds, and we're gonna go 10 seconds in iso holds. Okay, so come forward. That's why we start off with modifications, and then coming down. So what I want you to scan through your body. Make sure your chin is not floating towards the floor. Tuck the chin up. Tighten up that core. Squeeze your glutes. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. And then push back and away. Good. Couple of breaths here. And then we're going to come back up. Come halfway down. Now, why do you think of your shoulder blades? That's what controls when you're coming down, your shoulder blades connect. That's why these are such a beautiful, it's such a great exercise to strengthen all the upper body. Good, last 4, 3, 2, and then come up, and then sit back. We have 1 more round to do like that, okay? So this one should be the most challenging for you. Stick with it, pull yourself forward. Ready? Take a deep breath in, exhale, sink down halfway. Good. Think strength. Stronger, stronger, stronger all the time. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Big push the floor away. Sink back. Well deserved. We're going to hold this child's pose a little bit longer because you deserved it and you earned it. Good strength work. Trying to get a full body in as much as we can. Walk yourself forward. Let's stretch out our hands straight, shall we? So just swing those legs out in front. You can have a little bend in them, and if you do a big bend, you're going to get the belly of the muscle. If you extend long, it's more of the origin and insertion. So choose where you need to be. Lifting up, inhale, exhale, fold forward, and then just roll the spine up. So we're going to move dynamically for the first bit, and then we're going to hold static. Lifting up, exhale, fold. Opening up through the back body. Feel the legs yawning open. Good. Restack the spine each and every time. What do you think about your spine? So each vertebrae, stack, 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 till you come up, open up the heart and shoulders. Good, this is our last forward fold right here, as we do dynamic, and then this one we're gonna hold myself, okay? So coming up, fold forward, and then just rest right here. Allow the shoulders to round out, give gravity the permission to give you a little tug towards the earth. Head's heavy, neck is heavy. Take your chin in towards one armpit. Notice a different sensation. And then take your chin over to the other armpit. Feel good. Surrender. Back to center, we're going to restack spine. Vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. We're going to bend up the knees a little bit, take our heels wide. This is a little bit of a challenge, it's a little seated balance. So we stretched out our hamstrings first in order to tackle this pelvis here. So I'm going to grab the inside of my arch of my one leg, and I tip back onto my sits bones. Okay, then I creep in my other one, and I grab hold of my other arch of my foot. Then I try to get my balance. And sometimes in my class, I watch people, and it's my form of entertainment to see people wiggling and wobbling, but you want to stare at something. Yeah, get that breathing, bending in. Nice. Coming out with those legs, inhale up, exhale, fold forward. Good, and then restack. We're going to do a little bit of core work here before we wrap it up into our Shavasana. So with the core, we're going to lie back down on our backs. Take your feet up, and if you're having trouble with the small of your back, you can take your triangle, lift up. Good. Alternating legs. So one leg is going to come down, you hover. and then pull it back up. If you need more out of this, if you really got good energy today, tuck your chin down and hover your chest up towards the sky. And if you want to ramp it up even more, you can try to do both legs and then bring it up. You can alternate one leg, the other, and then both together. So if you feel very ambitious and you want to do this class again later today, tomorrow, the next day, these are posted on YouTube for your enjoyment. So you can share, you can stay active, and that's our goal, is to help you stay a little active. And then both down. Good, we have 2 more rounds of this. Down, lifting up, carve out. Good, and both together. So choose whatever way you want those legs to be. It's your choice ultimately, right? And then both together. Good. Pull those knees in. Give yourself a little bit of a hug, and you can rock side to side. And then the other last core exercise we're going to do is called a dead bug. Before we start our dead bug, we're going to get into the position of where your knees should be in space. So my feet are active. Shins parallel to the ceiling. I push my palms into my knees and my knees into my palms. So I'm pulling my legs in and my arms are resisting. And like I'm pushing away. So that is a good connection, engagement into core. That'll really fire up the core. And then release. My right hand and my left leg are going to extend away from my torso, and I lengthen and I reach. If I just put my arm here without reaching, I don't get as much as if I reach, and then I come back to center. Exhale. And then carve it out, slow control. Sometimes going slow, all the muscles get to come out to play. And then coming back in. Inhale, exhale, go long. Nice. And do as many as you can. Again, if this is a struggle for you, maybe you just want to do your legs today without moving the arms. That's okay. It really is. You know what? You're here. You're moving, you're doing something rather than sitting on the couch, right? So it's a windy day out there. It's good to be doing this inside. So kudos to you for coming out and making yourself better today. Let's finish off the one more on the other side. You guys did a fantastic job today. Give your legs a little bit of a hug because I know we're hug deprived. So hugging yourself, hugging your legs, it's something, right? It's better than not hugging at all. And let's do a little rock side to side. Good. And we're going to come into our final pose, which is Shavasana, a very important pose to seal our practice that we've done. So you need to get comfortable on the floor. So extend the legs out to the side. Arms can go out to the side, palms up. Gently rest your eyelids on your face. Connect to breath. So breathing in and out through the nose. Become aware of the breath. The coolness through the nose, filling the nasal cavity, traveling down the back of the throat, in through the lungs. As you exhale, feel the warmth of the air. Inhale. The chest now softens with that inhale. Exhale, letting anything go that you need to. On your next inhale, the belly softens, the diaphragm softens. And start to notice a wave of relaxation washing over your entire head, from your head down to your toes. There's a heaviness settling in. All the lines of your face disappear. Around the corners of your eyes, nose, and mouth. Softness.
Disconnecting your tongue from the roof of your mouth and your jaw sinks to the floor. The back of your head sinks deeper. Arms are heavy. And just be mindful of the natural curves your fingers take. Not worrying about anything else but this precious moment that you've now cultivated. Soften your heart and the space around it. As you take the next big breath in, create space for all of those inner organs. Hips are heavy. The leg bones sink to the floor. And your toes float. Enjoying this sense of peace and calm, where the body, soul, and mind can connect as one. Give yourself permission to be in quiet and in stillness so you can actually listen to your body. For when you listen to your inner self, it's your universe that will speak loudest to you. So give yourself permission to be in quiet and stillness anytime. Three more breaths. On your next couple of breaths you take in, breathe in a sense of energy and vitality. Create that balance of energy and calm. But I'd like you to keep the calmness and let it trickle through the remainder of your day. Start to awaken the body, circling wrists or ankles, maybe they can fist. Extend your hands above your head. Bring your thighs together, tuck your chin down, reach, maybe even laterally move side to side, reaching your fingertips to the corners of the room. And then you get to give yourself another big hug here. Pull your chin in towards your knees and relax down. Allow your feet to come up to the sky and start to pump your legs, and this will help you roll up to a seated position. Come to a seated, comfortable position. Bring your hands to your heart space. Draw your chin in. Scan through your body. Notice how wonderful you now feel compared to when you first started. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and sharing your yoga poses and energy with me. Have a wonderful Thursday. Hopefully we'll see you either Friday for our partner session, which should be fun and entertaining. So it's Friday at 4:30. If not, Sunday again at 10. Until then, namaste. Thank you, everyone.